Today I'm going to be giving you a kind of desk tour. Apologies if the camera is a bit shaky. I'm obviously not using my tripod today, so you're going to have to bear with that. So I'm going to start with below my desk. I have this kind of trolley thing. It has 3 drawers on it and kind of space for storage at the top, which is a bit of a mess. This is from IKEA, so on the top I just have some big writing sets which I can't really store them anywhere else, there's no space because they're kind of big and boxed. I then have my A4 art sketchbooks. Again, I don't really have a proper space to store them, so they just sit there. And then I have some other spare grid paper, and then I have another kind of weekly planner thing, and then there's this kind of like, it's like a big glue runner. Basically it's so you can glue a large area at once, but I don't really use that all that much, so that's kind of what's going on up there. Then the first drawer is washi tape. I have kind of outgrown this. My washi tape is full to the brim. I just keep all my rolls loose in here. I also have this which I can't keep like that because it takes up too much room, so I've had to kind of open it out and lay it flat on top so it fits in the drawer. This basically just holds my washi tape samples that I get from people. I will have these for sale on my shop eventually. It does pop it together, but I have so many samples in there and they're all quite thick. So yeah, I just kind of keep it on top. The next drawer down is my art stuff. It's pretty much all my paints, my watercolours, pencils, the little book that I do my art in. I've got like acrylic paint, watercolour pencils, pastels, just, yeah, a load of arty supplies basically. Bottom drawer is kind of scrap paper. This is really messy right now. There's also around a bit of ribbon in there. So yeah, it's really messy, but it's just basically any paper from like my 12 by 12 paper pads that I've used, or like this is from my smash book, it's a spare page which I didn't use. So yeah, basically any scrap paper just goes in here, and I use that a lot for little projects like pocket letters and stuff. And then underneath I just have a couple of pencil cases of coloured pencils. So under here I'm going to kind of point rather than go through everything, because it is such a faff to kind of go through everything because everything is kind of Tetrised into here. So yeah, I'll start over here. My brightness is funny because it's obviously dark under the desk. So this thing over here is my guillotine or my paper cutter. It's what I use to cut straight, and that basically just stays lent up against these drawers. I then have some spare background material for my YouTube videos down there. I have some chargers. I've got my camera charger, my DS charger sitting on there. There's then that red thing, it's like an A3 paper pad. Underneath that I then have my Lumilight, which is for my SAD. These boxes are from the works. So in the first one it's like my completed projects, so my completed smash book, basically any projects which I've completed. I then have some rolls of brown paper which I use for packaging. There's also this which I haven't actually used yet. It's kind of like sticky back plastic, but it's patterned, so it's got a stamp pattern on it. So this little Miss Sunshine box has all of my gifts in, so I call that my gift box. So in there is basically anything for giveaways. Then on top of that I have 3 12 by 12 boxes. They just hold my 12 by 12 paper pads, and then on top of that I have my laminator and like my spare laminating sheets. Then over here I have 2 boxes which are full of stuff to smash book. I then have my bin. I've then got that which is actually a present for my boyfriend, so that's just kind of sitting there temporarily. That brown envelope is full of A4 sticker sheets for printing stickers. Behind that I have kind of this little pile of stuff which needs to be sorted. Basically I need to find kind of homes for them in these boxes, because either I'm not using them yet, or I haven't got space for them on my desk, or some of them are like replied to Penpal letters which I need to kind of store away in one of my boxes. Because it takes a while to kind of get all the boxes out and figure out what's in what, I tend to just pile things up and then I'll sit down somewhere and just kind of get all the boxes out and put everything away. Underneath all of that is like the 2 floral Paperchase planners which I still have to find a place for. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Here is a box of photos which I need to scrapbook. I've then got these boxes which these envelopes on the top here are full of stuff to smash book. This is kind of my embellishments box for smash booking, so it's got like little caption stickers, those Hema sticker pads which I use all the time in my smash books. The box below it is stuff to smash book, the same as these 2. So in here is all my Penpal letters, and then in this bottom box I just have kind of spare writing paper. Before I pile everything up again. These two boxes have stuff like notebooks, empty smashbooks, empty scrapbooks. Basically this is kind of stuff which I've bought to use and haven't got around to using yet, and there's another pile of stuff. It's again stuff which needs to be put into a box or found a home because it's brand new stuff that I've bought and I don't need on my desk yet. These two white boxes, this one kind of has smaller new stuff, and then this box over here has a load of stuff which I need to scrapbook, which is from my boyfriend. So lastly, under this side of my desk, the bottom one has Fimo and polymer clay, which eventually I do want to have a go at again, but I've just not got the time at the moment. This box has all of my Filofax stuff in. This box is full of blank envelopes. These ones didn't fit in there. These are the kind of pocket letter size ones. I then have this box which has all my fabric in for my YouTube video backgrounds, and then I've also got a bag of the new fabrics I bought, which I need to fold up and put in there at some point. I then have a spare plastic sleeve, which is from my Filofax, my turquoise domino. It's got a spare journal in, which I haven't used yet, and it kind of needs to find a home. So we then come to the top of my desk. My desk itself is actually a dining table from IKEA. I got it because it can be expanded, so it's got two leaves underneath which can be added in the middle. That is because me and my boyfriend are planning to move out very soon. I don't know how big the room is that I'll have. If it's bigger than this, then instead of having to buy another table, I can just open it out and have a bigger working space. This desk I think was £150. I will try and find a link to it on IKEA though, because it's white, dust and stuff tends to show up really well on it, which is a pain in the bum, but I much prefer having a white desk and white storage. Because a lot of the things on my desk are colourful, it kind of balances it out. So I'm going to start over this side. These little shelves are actually shoe storage. They are shoe racks and they're from Argos, and they were £12.99 each, and I have two of them on this desk. They only just fit. You can see here it's kind of overhanging, but yeah, with the weight of everything that's on it, I doubt it's going to go anywhere. I have this little bucket which I got for my birthday, and it's kind of a canvas bucket. In here I keep things which I need to do soon. For example, I've got these which I wanted to do a blog post on. I've got all my incoming postcards which again I want to do a blog post on, and I've also got my iPad in there at the moment because I can't use it because we don't have internet. So yeah, I just put things in here which don't need to be put away yet. They need something to be done with them. It's kind of neater than having a pile of stuff to be done on my desk. So I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. The bottom shelf row thing, you'll see that I have a load of these little buckets. These are from IKEA. They were £3 each, I think. Again, they've all got their little code on the bottom, so I'll find that on IKEA and link them below. But four of them fit in these little shelves from Argos absolutely perfectly. So in here I actually have, this is kind of a random one. This is a random bucket. It's got stuff which I want to use in journaling. So it's got a load of these die cuts, there's the alphabet sheets, and some stickers. When I came down to actually wanting to sit and journal, I could just pull out this bucket and all the things I want to use for journaling will be sitting there. The next bucket has, I also have a mixture of the teal ones and the ones which are kind of white inside. So yeah, this one just has all my punches and my corner cutter. Yeah, that's all that's in that one really. The next one has die cuts and like my dies, which are all sitting there. They're really not organised. It's probably the worst way to store them, but yeah, for now that's the best that I've figured out. So once I've cut them on my Sizzix, I just kind of bung them in here. And this was actually a pack that I got for my birthday, so I kept the little things so I knew which pack it was because I really, really like them. It's full of just kind of random summer themed die cuts. So yeah, I just really like them, so I kept them separate in a separate little bucket. Oh, these little buckets which fit in these, they're from the range, and I think they were like 2 for £1 or something. I remember them being really, really cheap. But yeah, two of them kind of fit in one of these buckets really well. And underneath I just have scraps of paper and card, which are too small to use for anything else, so I'll put them in there and cut them into die cuts with my dies. I then have this little pot sitting here, and in here I just keep travel bugs which I am waiting to set out or have set out. And it's like, if you know geocaching, you know you get two of these little tags, one to keep and one to send out. So I just have all of them in there and other little figures that I want to send out. Again, if you don't know what geocaching is, I will leave a link to that below. Then in the last bucket on this row I have my DS case, my DS games, some baby wipes, which come in incredibly handy when I am covered in glue or paint and want to use my phone or take a photo of what I'm doing. I've then got this little tub thing. It's like a little wooden box, which was from Store 21, and in there I just have a load of teeny tiny brads, and then underneath I just have a few paper bags which I haven't used yet. So the next row up I have an A4 cutting mat. I've got some spare little notepad things from Hema under there. I have this little compartment plastic storage which has obviously tags and string and little wood veneer things. So basically a load of smaller stuff that I don't want to get lost. And then on top of that I have a little Paperchase pocket planner, which I'm not 100% sure what to do with yet. It was my boyfriend's and he didn't use it that much, so he gave it to me. And yeah, it's a really pretty colour, but I don't know what to do with it yet. So that's just kind of sitting there waiting to be used. I then got my tape dispenser. I then have my future lithography book, which I don't do as much as I used to. So for now it's just kind of sitting there. I didn't want it stacked with everything. But yeah, it's still there if I want to add to it. I then got a really old little scrapbook from Paperchase, which I'm yet to use, but it's one that I want to use soon. I've then got this spare pencil case, which is from Staples. And it's a really nice size actually, but I just haven't been using it at the moment, but it just sits there. I then have a pastel blue kind of planner which I use just to store things. This is my green travel wallet thing, and this one on top you guys have probably seen, which is my new one which I got for my birthday. That one's from eBay. That one I'm not quite sure, but it's by Disaster Designs. Then over here I have my pro markers which are in a case. This is my fluoro pink A5 original, which I'm in the process of making it into a birthdays planner. So I've got like monthly dividers, spare birthday cards and stuff. I've then got this, which is my list planner in a little planner pouch. And then on the top here, it's quite busy. Over here, I have this little storage system, which is from Tiger, and it just has it so like the little, these Pikachu, and it just has it so like these little sections can come off. And the same with that one. So I've just got paper clips, binder clips, and bigger binder clips. And then I have these little pots which are also from Tiger. I have some giant paper clips in this one. In here, the one which Pascal's sitting on, I have all my SD cards. So that's the one I use the most, so I sit him on it so I know which one it is. Back here I have another kind of fabric bucket. This one is from Kikki-k. I think it's from their Mountains collection. But in here I have all my like packing tapes. I then have my little plastic Jigglypuff and my little Pikachu who's surfing. Both of them from eBay. Next to them I have a load of films which need to be developed. So they're just kind of the old-fashioned films from my film camera, which I need to take into Boots and get them developed. So they just sit there, so they're kind of reminding me. I've then got my Sizzix machine, which I can take down onto my desk and use whenever I want. Sitting on here is my fluoro paint pink. Again, it's in another planner cover, which is from So Joey. So that's just sitting there at the moment. I then have my glasses, which I really need to get a better case for because I still have the old Boots one. I've got my Happy Box, which is from my friend Chloe, which she did for my birthday. And then behind that I have two pen pots, which are actually, there's multiple pots because I bought a few at a time from Tiger. I knew I'd eventually have a bigger kind of desk space, so I thought I'd pick a few up whilst I was there. So in here I just have all my like felt tip pens and lettering pens, ones I use for titles and stuff. So next I'm moving over to this little shelf bit. It's pretty much the same setup, so I've got kind of the buckets and then the stuff sitting on it. Over here I have this little tray, which is actually part of this kind of storage set, but I didn't need it all over there, so this kind of fit nicely in front of this. And in here I keep my hole punch, my stapler, some glue sticks, and some lip balm. I then have another bucket back here which has all my 6x6 pads. I then got these kind of like journaling pads, which this one's like by La Di Da, and obviously that one's the Smash one. I then have all of my list pads over here kind of facing that way, and my spare Coletto refills. And then have this area which has kind of my standing up books and planners and projects and stuff. Oh, I also have this, which is made by one of my Instagram friends, Bridget. She lives in the US and she has a shop where she sells all of these amazing dream catchers, and I asked her to put "Enjoy the Little Things in Life" with a daisy in the middle, which you can't see as well on the camera, but it shows up nicely in real life. So yeah, she made this amazing dream catcher for me, which just kind of hangs above my desk. So from this side I have my anti-journal, my thankful journal, which is from Kikki-k. I then have my 5-year journal, which is the 1 line a day one, my 101 dreams journal, which again is from Kikki-k, 365 day journal, which I'm using for my black and white minimalist photo project. Again, that's from Kikki-k. I've then got my watermelon notebook, which is kind of a daily journal again, but it's not a kind of committed daily journal, it's just if I want to document something, then that's where it goes. I then have this amazing planner, which is relatively new. This is the Bandu planner. I got this from Mrs. Brimble's shop. This is such an amazing planner. I am going to be using it as a journal rather than a planner. This is my pink Finsbury, which is my bag planner, and that's personal size. This is the turquoise A5 or personal sized Kikki-k planner, because their sizing is different. That's kind of my design planner. It's not really a planner, it's more like a portfolio. I've then got my pink Textured Kikki-k, which is my shops planner. Paint Splodges Planner from Paperchase, which is my kind of projects and swaps and everything like that sort of planner tracker thing. And I've got my turquoise A5 Domino, which is my day-to-day planner that I have at home. So that one and my pink Finsbury kind of work together. So one's for at home and one's when I'm out and about. I've then got my scrapbook, which is from Paperchase, my colouring book, which my mum got me for my birthday, which I think is from Amazon, and then my smash book, which I'm using at the moment. Then we get to my kind of first row of buckets on this shelf. The first bucket is my Penpal Bucket. In here I have my addresses planner, I have spare writing paper, which I've actually only got one of them left. I have pen pal letters that I have to reply to, and then at the bottom I have some other pen pal-y things. So this little brown book has like all of the stamps which I've collected from my pen pal letters. The next bucket is pretty self-explanatory, so that's just full of sticky notes, and I have way too many. The next bucket has stickers, which that's a sticker sheet which is obviously too big to fit in it at the moment. To store my stickers I have these little books which I got from Wilkinson's. They were like 85p or 75p each, I think, and they're actually like all mini photo albums, but they're really handy to keep all my stickers in. And then down the side here I have like little rolls of stickers and stuff, which obviously don't really need to sit in a book. In here, I'm not going to get this fully out, I have kind of random things which won't fit anywhere else. I've got some twine, some little tins which have stuff in, spare sticky notes. I have like my little knife set. It's just got loads of little bits and pieces which don't really have a home anywhere else. Whilst I'm down this end, I might as well show you that I've also got some PVA glue, which is from Wilko's. I have this little storage thing, which is from Tiger. At the moment that's just kind of random storage. It's just got some seeds that I need to plant, and also my tangle. I then have my desk lamp, which is from Argos. I've also got my cup of water, which is from Paperchase. Down the bottom here is again another random one, but yeah, in here is kind of stuff which needs to find a home or needs to be used eventually. Next one along I have my traveller's notebooks. I don't actually have a real one, that is a faux dory, that one's a faux dory, that one's a faux dory, and I've got spare inserts down below. So yeah, they just kind of stay in there. That's got my list, has got a list in. In here is all my journaling cards, all different sizes obviously. I've got like the bigger ones at the back, all by different people. And then in here is kind of electronics. I've got my headphones, my external hard drive, I've got obviously spare camera batteries, and then over here I just obviously have my laptop, I have my desk pad, which is from Paperchase, I've got my phone, my DS. I then have kind of my pens, pencils and everything else just kind of sitting in here. These are the ones I don't use as much. I use my scissors all the time, but everything else is kind of spares. The ones in the pencil cases are the ones that I use the most. If you recently saw what's in my pencil case video, you would have seen obviously what's in there. I'll leave the video link below if you haven't seen it. The only difference I have now is all my Coletto pens are in this pencil case, because my Coletto pen collection has grown quite a bit. There's a lot in there, Some I haven't taken out their little packages yet. But yeah, I felt like I needed them all in one place and for them to all have their own little home. I got this pencil case from Paperchase as well. So yeah, that is my desk. That is how I have everything set up and stored. I hope you enjoyed finally having a look at how I have it set up and what I have on my desk. Don't forget to check the description because I will do my very best to link as much stuff as I've mentioned. Obviously, if you have any questions, then please let me know in the comments. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.